Hello friends, welcome to SQL Server tutorial. In this video, we will see how to create traces. So if you see, this is the event class in the trace, and we will be running the tool called SQL Profiler. Alright, we will run SQL Profiler and we will capture the trace information. Here, the event here is RPC. RPC stands for Remote Procedure Call completed, SQL batch completed. So those are all the event we are tracking. Likewise, you can track many event, and this portion will show the captured event in detail. And if you look at here, the data are shown in tabular format. So these are all the columns and these are all the row of event. All right, so there are plenty of event captured, and this is real time. That means once you start running it, whenever there is a hit to the database, that event will shown here immediately, and in a later stage you can stop and analyze all the captured events. All right, now let's go to the demo and create a trace to capture some of the DB activity. So first we have to run Profiler. So in the search bar, just type Profiler. It will show SQL Server Profiler. Run as administrator. So the Profiler is opened and you can create a trace using File, New Trace. So we will connect to the Profiler, and this will show trace properties. In the trace name, we will say student trace. And we will go to event selection, and event selection, if you see under the events column, there are plenty of events, and if you state show all events, this will show all the possible events, and you can see how many events are available for capturing. Right, there are plenty of events, and if you expand database, here you can see log file auto grow and what are all the available column that you can pick as part of this specific event activity. So that is displayed here. And let me remove this check mark. By default, when we create the trace, SQL Server provided these database events: audit login, audit logout, existing connection. We will remove all this. For demo purpose, we will have under stored procedure group, we are having remote procedure call completed. That means from client system, if some procedure is called, that database event will be captured. And under TSQL, we are just capturing only the completed events. So once I place a check mark and remove it, it will show only the selected events. And here under the column, if you see, for both the event, we are capturing the text data, application name, end user name, login name, all this stuff. If you don't want any specific detail, you can remove it. For example, here I am removing the binary data, start time, end time, I don't want. But in real world, this will be important if you want to capture something, to know at what time the event was the event happened. So read and write I am removing. I don't want this as well. So that's all. Only few column I am selecting here. Alright, now we can run our profiler trace. And remember, the event what we are capturing is a remote procedure called completed under the store to procedure, and SQL batch completed under TSQL. So now the selected trace is started and it is running. Now we will go to SQL Server Management Studio and create a new query. So here I am picking the pubsdb. Let's say execute some set of statement. Here if you see, first we are executing a statement to create a table, right? Remember, the event what we are capturing is batch completed, right? Store to procedure completed and the batch completed. So here, since I selected and ran it, this is one batch. Second batch, I am inserting it. Third batch, a separate statement inserting it. Fourth batch, combination of 3 insert, executing it. Fourth batch is the select statement. Right, so now we executed some SQL statement. We will go to the profiler and we will pass the selected trace so that it will not capture any further activity. And you can see the profiler captured some of the trace information. Now if you look at the SQL statement, create table student is there, right? So towards the end of the trace, we can see create table. So this is the statement we executed, and the application name here is, so these are all the implicit event. And SQL Server Management Studio, if you see, there is only towards the end it is there, and through user account SA we executed that statement. Alright, so this is the statement we executed. Then we inserted first record. After that we inserted second record. Here if you see, since we executed 3 statements as a batch, and the event what we are capturing is batch completed, so it will show all 3 statements in one batch. So we selected all these 3 and executed it, right? Finally we made a select statement and that's also captured. So that's the hit to the database. Here we used the SQL Server Management Studio. In real world, it may be your front-end application, and a front-end application may be a ADO.NET based application or a legacy database based application, or it can be even a Java based JPI query application. So whatever it is, the application name will be captured here, and when you are using the provider like ADO.NET or some other provider, it will be useful to have RPC completed, because those providers will usually execute some stored procedure just like this SP execute SQL. And in the application, if you are forming the SQL statement dynamically and executing it, that also get captured. So whatever statement that get executed will get captured by the profiler. That will be useful for later analysis to know who hit the database and what kind of DML is carried out, and which application is responsible, or which login name or user is responsible for that. Alright, now I'm stopping the trace file. That's all here in this video. Thank you for watching. Bye.